So you want to learn how to snowboard, but you don't want to pay for the expensive lessons. Don't worry, been there, done that. Most of my friends are the same way. We pay all this money for a snowboard, and then you get to a mountain, and you got to pay $100 an hour or whatever it is for somebody to teach you how to snowboard. No problem. I've got you covered. Good morning. My name is Frank DiCarlo. I'm here today to show you basics on how to snowboard. All right. This is a snowboard. All right. This is your board. This is your bindings. Easy day. Basically, where you're going to begin at is you're going to put on your boots. Easiest part of the day. It's going to be a tough day for you, especially if it's your first day. Put your boots on, grab your board, head on to the bunny hill. Bunny hill is basically a slight gradual slope, very small. Some people call it the beginner's hill. Most snowboarders call it the bunny hill. Once you get to the bunny hill, you can walk up to the top of the bunny hill because it's not that, usually it's not that steep, and it's very small. So you get up there, plant your butt in the snow, and put your snowboard on. Usually you'll start out with the first your front foot forward, which is this one right here. You put your foot in there first. Then if you have to go somewhere, usually you'll keep your back foot out so you can push yourself up and down, up and around wherever you need to go. If you instead of just taking the snowboard off. All right? So back to sitting down, you put both your feet in the snowboard and stand up. You just push off and stand up. More than likely, you're going to fall right back down. It happens because you got to get your balance on when you're on the snowboard and underneath the snow. All right? So then, once you actually are up and have somewhat kind of balance, start heading down the hill. It's going to hurt because you're going to fall a lot. And the basic thing is, with this, you're going to have to learn how to fall. You can't fall with your hands in front of you. Try to prevent yourself from falling. If you try to prevent yourself from falling, it's just going to hurt worse. And you're going to run into stuff. And that's the biggest thing, is safety. You want to make sure that you're safe as long as with the other people that are around you are safe. All right. Once you get that down, the next thing is trying to figure out the ski lift. Ski lift is a lift that gets skiers and snowboarders up to the top of the mountain. That's probably the most difficult thing you'll do on the first day, because you got to get yourself to the line. So you'll take your back foot out of the snowboard and then make your way to the lift. Then once you do that, you got to wait to your turn, get up to the front of the line. They'll tell you to come forward to a certain line marked in the marked on the snow. It's a board basically, and it'll have a color either yellow or red. You'll step up to that and get ready for the chair to come up behind you. Be careful, because when you sit down, you can miss the chair. So make sure you're watching it as it comes to you. Sit down. Then, as you're doing that, you'll have your foot that's out of the board. You'll bring that underneath the snowboard. So basically, you'll have your foot in the board on one, and your second foot is underneath the board, holding it up, so it'll take the stress off your ankle. Then ride the lift up the mountain. Enjoy the scenery, because some mountains are pretty tall, so it'll take you a while to get up there. Once you get up to the top of the mountain, you got to prepare yourself to get off the lift, depending on what side you're on. If you're on the left, you're going to get off the lift and go to the left. If you're on the right, you're going to get off the lift to the right. Usually, there's a lot of people right there in front of you as soon as you get off the lift. People that just got off other lifts, other chairs, and have fallen. When you're preparing to come off the lift, if you're sitting on your right side, you'll turn to the right. All right? Waiting basically for your feet to touch. As soon as, or the board to touch the snow. As soon as that happens, you're coming up, you're going to stand up and kind of push off and then go to the right. And your foot will be right here in the middle. Well, not actually right, I'm sorry, not to the middle. It'll be more to the middle, pushed back to your other binding, so you can basically have balance when you're coming off the lift. Then you'll go find a spot, kind of ride it to a safe, out-of-the-way place so you can sit down to put your back foot back in your binding. All right? That's the basics of a ski lift. When you're coming off, though, definitely be careful, because you will fall. Most of the time, I still fall coming off that ski lift. It's just one of the things, because of ice and whatnot, from so many people going back and forth off the lift, it's just a lot of ice there, and you will fall. I fall all the time coming off the lift. It's funny, haha, get up and just keep going. All right, going back down the mountain. So now you're coming off the lift, you're at the top of the mountain. And there's all kinds of turns, twists, all kinds of things. When you're beginning, you're just looking for the simplest slope to go down. You graduated from your bunny hill, now you're going to your next one. It's usually a blue dot or a blue square or something like that. You'll follow the kids, you'll probably be pretty much good to go. Then, so you gotta get your back foot back into the binding, stand up, and start going. And that's the basics of snowboarding. A couple tips to help you out with while you're doing this. Make sure that you are very careful when you're starting out that you're not going close to trees, rocks. Stay away from ice. I've got stitches in my chin because of ice. Be careful on where you're at around kids and whatnot. A few helpful tips would be wear pads on your knees the first couple times down the mountain because you will get bruised and it will hurt. Let's see, padding on your around your buttocks area. You will fall, like I said 100 times. You will fall on your butt most of the day, and it hurts. And after a while, it takes time. It takes patience to get back up because after a while, you're just so tired of falling and so tired of lifting yourself back up off the snow. You just lose patience and you lose courage of doing it because it does take a lot. And snowboarding is a lot of fun, and you'll enjoy it, but it takes patience to get good at it. Basically, one more tip for you though is wear a helmet. And while you're snowboarding, enjoy it. Have a good time with it. Thank you.